This is Brian Cochran, and I am actually I'm on my own little challenge. Yesterday, I posted a video. I was sitting in my living room, and normally I try to do a chest up video, and uh, when I played it back, I saw myself, and I looked like Jabba the Hutt. And so I'm going to lose some weight. I want to be healthy. I just, I don't want my mind to be healthy and my body not. And so I'm going to start walking every day. I'm going to come home and show you how I lost weight before. I'm going to show you the stuff that I was taking to do that before. And I challenge you to do the same if you're overweight, especially being a Christian. I'm a Christian man, and I'm talking about being spiritually fit. But I've seen a lot of my friends pass away recently because of bad health, heart attacks, gout, all these other things that we don't need to be ailing us, partly because we say, well, God's going to do it. No, we got to do it ourselves. So I'm on my way out for a walk. I want to lose this belly fat. I want to be looking good for my wife, who's 13 years younger than I am. And so I don't want to be in my elder age looking where she's got to roll me around. I want to be able to be around with her for the rest of my life and be in healthy shape. So I just wanted to do this little quick video. I'm going to go for a nice long walk. I got my little watch here. It's going to count my steps and my calories, and I'm going to try to burn some fat, and I'm going to start exercising, and I'm challenging you to do the same. This is Brian Cochran. We'll see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye. As I'm walking, it reminds me of the video I did yesterday on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube about no more excuses. I've actually been doing this a long time ago. I went to the mall on yesterday and to go take care of some business with my phone service, and when I got done, I go, oh, since I'm here, I might as well go ahead and get my walk in. And I found an excuse not to, that I have so much stuff to do at home. I gotta post my videos and market my business and all this other stuff versus doing what I'm supposed to be doing to lose weight and get myself in shape. And so as I'm doing this walk, it's reminding me of persevering, getting past myself and denying my flesh to know that I want to be healthy. I know that I want to be in good shape for my wife, and I want to look good in my clothes again. I'm tired of buying baggy clothes to hide who I am versus doing the work that's going to take for me to get down to where I need to be. So I'm pressing towards the mark, which is to get myself back down to, I'm at 250, I think I am, or 240, which is the heaviest I think I've ever been. I need to get down to at least 200, so I need to lose 50 pounds. But I'm going to do it gradually. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to change my diet again and get back into the things that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm always massaging my brain and my spirit, but I neglected my body. So it's showing, and thank you for those who have been praying for me, my wife praying for me, and now it's time to go to work. Talk to you soon. God bless. Who am I? Brian Cochran. Who are you?
Brian Cochran.
Yes, sir.
No, you're not. Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
No way. For real?
All day today.
Oh. What are you doing around here?
Getting in shape.
What?
I videoed myself yesterday.
Really?
And I look like Jabba the Hutt. I go, no, that's it.
Wow, what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I help people start their own business and with nothing.
Yeah, hey, you didn't think I knew about you,
I
huh?
know.
That's why I was all like, wait, what is he doing?
Well, actually, I decided to film this part because Pomona's got to get better.
Yeah.
I've been here since '62, and I grew up here, went to Pomona High School, San Antonio, left Vision out Barfield and Palomares, and I live down by 12th Street and off of Grand in
Wow,
San Antonio.
that's crazy.
So I said, let me get out here and meet my peeps and some of this.
That's right.
What do you up to?
Walking my dog,
Awesome.
relaxing,
Good for you.
enjoying the community.
Call me.
I will.
I'll just call me.
Hell yeah. Man, yeah.
No money.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a flip there.
Yeah.
It's like, go to the dollar store,
find something, or go to like or actually go other cities have them where you go to a yard sale, find something cheap and double. Put it on Let It Go, all these other sites that allow you to sell stuff. Start small and watch it grow.
For sure.
And just keep flipping. That's what we do with other stuff, right?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
buy low, sell high. There you go.
That boy.
Gorgeous dog.
Thanks.
What's your name?
I call her Blue.
All right.
Her name is Blue.
All right. And what's y'all's name?
Oh, Jordan.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Your name, ma'am?
Babe.
Amanda.
Amanda. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Let me get back in my walk.
All right.
Nice to meet y'all. Please call.
Yeah, all right.
Good to see you. I just stopped by 3 young people. They're young adults, millennials, and one was walking the dog, and when I was filming, they kind of smiled and said, "What are you doing?" And I shared who I was. They go, the one guy's like, "Your name is Brian Cochran? I know you," and it's because of Facebook. Good morning. And what's so cool about it is I gave them a flip challenge because they're unemployed, looking for employment. And here in Pomona, unemployment is probably, the nation is probably 12%, but that's only those folks that are still on getting some type of assistance. Like they're getting, what is that thing when you lose your job, and whatever that is, I can't think of what it is right this second, but you know what I'm saying. But in Pomona, it's higher because a lot of these folks have never had jobs or never, finished high school and didn't do anything else. So anyway, I was talking to these 3 young people, and they were unemployed, and I gave them a flip challenge. I'm gonna give this to you, whoever else is out there that think they can't start their own business, and you can. I got this from Gary V, and I'm going to use it too because our community needs it just as bad, and I am a poster child for entrepreneurship. And so the flip mode is that you go to a dollar store, go to antique stores, go to, they have these flea markets, and every neighborhood they'll have those weekend yard sales. Go find something low and repost it on eBay, repost it on Let It Go for double or triple the money, because somebody else out there wants it. Somebody else's junk and somebody else's reward. So you can go to estate sales and all that kind of stuff. So we're in the best time ever to start a business, because with no money at all, and most of us got an Obama phone, or at least some type of phone that's smart with smart technology, that you too can start your own business by flipping something, buying it low, and selling it high. It was so funny when I was sharing it with those young people, they automatically knew what I was talking about, because, Holt is known for drugs, and, I don't know if any of them were drug dealers or not, it doesn't matter. But they understood what I was talking about, because that's what goes on today. Even in anything else, you manufacture something low and you sell it high. So your flip challenge for those who are broke and need more money: get something low, find something in your garage, find something in your house that you're not using anymore, shoes, clothing that you can't fit anymore, and not just, it's good to give it a goodwill, but if you get extra money, flip it. That is my challenge for you today. See you in a little bit and keep my walk going. Walking down past Pep Boys, and take a look at this big old monster truck. It's called Bad to the Bone Cool Bus Rides. And the funny thing about it is, you can't say you can't start a business finding something witty and something different that will cause you to make money. You may not be a millionaire right away, but at least you get started. I just saw some young people. One guy, kind of funny, knows me from, this is a company called Fela's or something like that. And that's another great store that you can go into, buy low and sell high. You can find shirts, t-shirts, clothing, women's and men's clothing, and children's clothing for very, very inexpensive, that you can use that to flip as well. I'm on the corner of San Antonio and Holt, and there's a store there called Cardenas. And back, my very first real paying job that I had a W-4 and paid taxes on is in that building right there. It used to be called Hughes Market. That's where I got my first job, my first start. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I just figured I'm gonna start documenting my life, and that was one of the places one of the first places few jobs I've ever had was right there. Or called Santa Fe Outlets that you can buy low and sell high. What these companies are liquidators. They buy the things that I'm walking up to the store now. They buy the things that Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, big department stores, they get returns, and they can't return them back to the manufacturer for whatever reason, and they turn around and buy them at a ridiculously low price, and then they open up retail stores like this one, and they sell it for under retail, so you get a savings. So if you find the right deal, like right there, you can see a bunch of diapers and stuff like that. Buy low, sell high. Let's flip this thing. Reservoir and Holt. I am 2/3 of the journey home. I got my last little stretch down to Grand Avenue. I've had a great walk. I'll give you all my statistics when I get done. It's day one of my health challenge of getting back in shape. As I'm doing my walk, I'm almost done. I just walked by some homeless people, and some wonderful ministry had a basket, one of those shopping carts, and they had some tacos and I forgot what the other stuff was called, paputos, something like that. Anyway, it made me think about an idea for a nonprofit who has a feeding program. Why don't you go to like a hometown buffet or Golden Corral or some Chinese restaurant that serves all you can eat, and work out a deal with them that all the food, because generally what happens is they, in most cases, throw that food away at the end of the night because they're not gonna repackage it and put it back out. Some may not, but it's up to you to do the research. But I would say go to them and say, look, we have a feeding program. We have a 501c3. We're feeding the homeless, and instead of throwing the food away, can you donate the food to us, and we'll give you a tax write-off, as well as mention them in your church or your nonprofit. Put them on your website as one of the sponsors of your nonprofit or something like that. That will go a long way. One, for community revitalization and helping our community, and two, recycle our dollars back into our community, and three, giving the businesses what they need which is more exposure. And because you give them the exposure, you'll go in and support and buy the food, or other people will go in and buy and support their restaurant because they're giving back into the local community. It's kind of cool. God has given me all these, just like downloading all these wonderful ideas that you'll be hearing from me from this point forward on how to be successful in life, business, and ministry. I'm almost done with my walk. I'm almost coming up to Mission, and then I got about 4 blocks home. This is Brian Cochran, keeping it moving. For a business is going around the neighborhood where you are, talking to the owners and seeing if you can buy low, sell high, flip it. Go in the store, and these tangerines are a whole lot more money in the store than you can sell it for on the street. 9th and Reservoir, here's another tree full of oranges. And you know what was so funny? They have several trees on there in their yard. And if you look down below, if you look here, if you can see that, where'd it go? There you go. That's a rotten one, right? That's gone bad. So I can imagine if you were to talk to the owners. Here's another tree. This is a lemon tree, and lemons are almost $1 a piece, or $3 for $1, 33 cents a piece. So just imagine you coming here and saying, "Look, this is an idea. Hold on. Idea. is that if you go to an owner of some property, more than likely they're not going to use all the fruits or vegetables anyway. So you can go to them and say, look, instead of this stuff rotting and falling to the ground, and I'll have to pick it up myself, why don't you let me take it off your hands, and so that way you don't have to worry about doing it. House full of oranges. In California, you know, they say Florida's an orange state. Well, California, Pomona, if you don't know, most of Pomona was back in the day were orange fields. This is where they harvested oranges back in the day. And funny now because we have less oranges, but we still have oranges on the trees. Loquats. They're not kumquats, they're loquats. And these are awesome tasting. It's more known in the Asian arena, but I love them. I'm glad this is the season for them to be here, because I'm gonna come back and knock on the door and get me some, not for sale, for my own personal consumption. And so anyway, this house is for sale, so you know, it would be great for me to come and help them not have all this stuff on the ground until they sell it. So I'll knock on the door and see if somebody lives here, but when they get more ripe, I'll come back and get some. Imagine what's in your neighborhood, what's in your garage that you can use to start your own business and generate some cash flow. So let's flip it. Let's do this flip challenge. Find something. I'm gonna give you 30 days to find something low, put it on, let it go, and then once it sells, take a picture of it, put it on my page, and I'll gladly do an interview with you to find out what you thought and how long it took. Good morning, get your good stuff. How long it took, and let's just turn our society around, especially Pomona. Since I live in Pomona, I'm going to start here. And my challenge is Challenge Pomona, that we get rid of unemployment by starting businesses. I'm almost home. I got probably, a good quarter mile, half mile or so to get to Grand, where I'm going home. So when I get there, I'll hit you back up again and let you know that I'm almost done. One of the things that I'm doing as well is these little victories I'm doing as I get to a certain point. They're milestones, small milestones for me, that I celebrate that I made it that far. And so you too accomplish great things. Start with little set goals for small benchmarks and just keep pushing it, because the Bible says press towards the mark, the call, the price of, and that's about pressing towards our godliness and holiness, but it also works in the natural, where we have an opportunity to change our lives for the better by doing things that will make us better. It's like for me, I got a health challenge going on because I want to be healthy, even though my doctor said they gave me a good report, but then I look at my stomach, that's not a good report. So I'm in the obese category. I'm going to show you in a little bit what medicines I'm taking, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to get off those meds and get back in divine health, so that way I'll be in good health for my wife and be able to be here for a long time, because God has a work for me to do. Talk to you a little bit. Corner of Grand and Reservoir. I'm almost home. I'm probably a good 100 steps or so from being home, and I'll share my stats. And I'm excited because it's the first, actually I've been walking for a little while, but I'm challenging myself to walk a little faster, a little bit harder. So stay tuned, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Grapefruits. Right now, because of the medicine I'm on, I can't eat them. I love grapefruits, but I can't eat them. I bet the same thing. I've been living here for 14 years, and every year this thing is full of grapefruits almost all year long. I'm pretty sure another opportunity for you to make some money. Talk to the owner, get a ladder, get the right tools. As a matter of fact, if you can grab them, if you don't have any tools, start with whatever you got. And if it's your hand, get a ladder, borrow a ladder, get up there and look at it. It's full. And they don't eat them. They just sit here. Matter of fact, it's part of a gated. It's part of a community, so it doesn't belong to anybody. So you really don't have to ask, because this is not a condo. These are apartments or duplexes or something like that. But anyway, I would ask anyway, just to make sure you don't break the law. But here's another opportunity for you to make some money. Well, I'm home. It doesn't look like it right now. It's barren. I think they cut it back too much. It's still alive though. But that is a persimmon tree. And so persimmons they're sweet and good when they're ripe, and if you've never had any, have some. There's another opportunity too for you to make some money, because in a lot of yards they'll have them. In this community where we live, the owners, the developers that developed this property, they planted fruit trees all throughout the community. And in this community, like here, this is right in front of my front door. These are called kumquats. And so every day I come out and have a little handful. A lot of stores don't sell them. I don't know why. They're bittersweet. The riper they get, the sweeter they get, of course, like anything else. And then my wife just planted, and we're working on it. This is a lemon tree in the pot right now. We'll transplant it later on. But it bared fruit this year, and it's actually got some more coming. And so we'll share this with our neighborhood. What's so funny is if you see right here, I'm going to show this right here. That's a weed, right? That reminds me of how no matter how good you are, evil's there present with you. So you got to root it out by pulling it out and not letting it take root and stay in and overtake you. And so that's my tip for today. Tips for today, but first walk, I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I'm home. It's the first day of my health challenge. I'm going to get myself in shape. I'm working my mind. I'm working my spirit. Now I'm going to work my body. I just got in, as I said a second ago. I was just talking about the fruit trees in our complex. I just walked an hour and a half of walking time. I did over 10,000 steps. I walked about 4 miles, 3.5, 4 miles, I think it is. I'm gonna get in my car later on and do the route so I know how far I actually walk. But based upon what I think I know about Pomona, it's about almost 4 miles. So that's my first day of my health challenge. Next, when I come back in, I'm gonna go in the house and clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you what medicines I'm taking and how and what I'm gonna do to get off the medicines. And then I'm doing a smoothie, a fruit drink in the morning, and I'll show you what I'm taking for that helped me lose weight before. That will show you what I'm doing, so that way those that want to take the challenge with me to get ourselves, not just our spiritual body, spiritual mind, and our intelligence, but also our body, get in shape as well. We'll see you in a minute.